Is there a market slowdown? Maybe, maybe not. What's up, guys? It's Jeff Bonk here from the HBB Group in Hoboken. I'm sitting outside our office today. It's mid-July almost. It's a beautiful day. I had to get some fresh air. I figured I'd do my market update right here because there's some things I wanted to talk about that aren't really in the numbers that are, there's numbers to talk about, but there's also some more context and some more just overall flow of what we're seeing that I think is more important than the actual numbers. So first of all, the numbers are pretty where we expect them to be for this time of the year. We saw a very abrupt slowdown when rates popped about a point over one weekend back in June. Since then, buyers have trickled back in. 4th of July was right in the middle, so we usually see a slower time, and we're still seeing that slower time of the year. We see inventory that's popped up about 20% since the really low mark in April. It's what we usually see. We're still well below what we saw last year at this time, even more below what we saw pre-COVID at this time of the year. And we're seeing buyers that are coming back into the market. But what I think is interesting is that, June market preview is that, right? It's where we expect it to be. It's a strong market still. We're seeing some things slow down, but more importantly is what we've seen the last 2 weeks of July. So it's a little bit of a preview into July. We've seen cash buyers come out of the woodworks in the last few weeks. We just set a record over 100,000 over where we priced it that it was sitting for 30 days. And then all of a sudden, 2 buyers came in a bidding war and we went 100,000 over an asking price. 2 other listings that have been sitting for about 30 days, full price, full price. It's just buyers needed a second to reassess where they were. Cash buyers said, hey, I have an opportunity to not have to bid over the asking price, but those prices are still where they were before and even creeping up from where they were when rates were in the threes, mid-twos, mid-threes in that range all the beginning first half of this year. So what we're expecting going forward is we're expecting a very smooth market, a market that is seeing good buyer activity, solid pricing, not frenzies. What we're seeing in the suburbs where we saw 10 offers, we're seeing 5. Where we're seeing in Hoboken a weekend or 2 to sell a home, we're seeing maybe 2 to 3, up to 4 weeks to sell a home, but always for a solid price. The one thing I would caution is if you see a lot of competition as a seller coming on the market and there's now 3-4 options, you might want to check your pricing. You might want to see if that sector of the market is slowing down. And if you're a buyer, see the same thing. Check for spots where there might be a little stack up of inventory. See some old places that are on the market a little bit longer and see if you can find some opportunity to really get in there and get a little negotiating done and get a price place that's below where maybe it was trading 3, 4, 5 months ago. But overall, we're seeing, we're not seeing a crazy slowdown. We're not seeing a crazy cool down. We're actually seeing strong pricing. Activity actually picked up a lot the first week of July, or the second week of July now, since 4th of July kind of came and went. This last weekend was packed open houses, a lot of showings again. So just think about what you're seeing here locally. Make sure you're making decisions based on actual data and actual specifics, like 1 beds in this building or this neighborhood or this price point. It's different than 3 beds in that neighborhood or that price point. I'm talking within Hoboken specifically, right? And it just gets broader as you go out. So make sure you're looking at that very specifically with a trained professional, someone who's got their eyes on the market at all times. Interest rates have seen some relief. So we have a lot of different things that are playing into the last few weeks in the market. And if you're a renter, I'm praying for you. The rental market is still as tough as it's ever been. We saw inventory down to only 70 places on the market as of yesterday in Hoboken. That's back down from about 85 where it was a few weeks ago, a little bit off the lows of 60. But we used to hang out in the 300-400s pre-COVID and balloon to 1,000. So renters are having a tough time. We're getting people apartments. It's not easy, but we have a process and a plan to get it done. So if you need help in that arena, please reach out. We're happy to help you there. Anything you need, guys, reach out. This has been a little bit less on the data and stats, but I want to give you more of a tone of the market because there's a lot of conversation, a lot of headlines, a lot of stuff flying around about what's happening in the real estate market around the country, which may be completely different, but this is what we're seeing here. So reach out if you need any help. Our team is here ready to go. Talk to you soon.